Hey, this is Kelly with RV Wholesalers. Today I'm going to do a walkthrough video on a Puma 38 den. This is going to be a destination coach. Obviously you can see here it's going to be on the longer side here. A lot of times people put these on permanent lots. You can see this one is spec'd out with a power awning. Has the LED light strip going across the top. One of the things with the power awning is you can adjust this knob here, slide this in and out to put a little pitch on it to allow the rainwater to run off one way or another. Also, some people with the park model will put a permanent awning deck, what have you, around them, so you can kind of tweak that as you'd like. Nice big patio door here. Double entry here, so you can see you have one entrance to the bedroom and then one entrance to the living area there. You have a receptacle here. You're gonna have two outside speakers with LED lighting in there as well. Looks pretty sweet when it's all lit up at night. You're gonna have a quick connect gas line right there, so if you want to put a little portable barbecue, you can do that. It'll pull off the propane tanks up front. Right here, you're also going to have your freshwater fill. So for whatever reason, if you're dry camping or whatever, I mean, typically on a destination coach, 9 times out of 10, you're going to have water hookups. You're going to hook up to city water. But for whatever reason, if you didn't have water supply and you wanted to fill this up before you took it somewhere, you would just put the water hose in there, fill that up, turn it on, and just make sure that little valve right there, if it's vertical, it's open, so the water's going to drain out. Turn it horizontal, it'll close it off for you. And then you'll utilize your pump to pump the water out of the tank into the taps. You have a solar hookup ready. It's rated for a 20 amp portable solar panel, which you would set over here in the grass. You'll be good to go. This coach is going to come equipped with two 30-pound propane bottles. You can see those located here up the front. And right behind there, I'll take a look here. You're going to have a 12-volt deep cycle battery right back here as well. You always want to run both tanks open, or a lot of times, again, with destination trailers, some people will get a big bottle and set it over here in the grass, run an extension off of this to hook it up to there. Either way, it's going to have an auto changeover regulator, so you can see there's a point that way. So that means, all that means is it's pulling from this tank right now, but with it being an auto changeover regulator, if this tank runs out, it automatically switches over. All right, so what would happen is if this tank runs out of gas, this right here, this little eye will be red. It's going to be green when you have gas, red when you run out, okay? So if you come out in the morning, you see that this eye's red, all that tells you is this tank ran out. It's going to automatically switch over to this one, but then you just turn this, switch it over to this tank, then you can close this bottle off, take it, go get it filled up, and then essentially you just go back and forth as the time goes. And again, if you want to put a bigger cylinder over here, if you want to do that at your camp spot, you're more than welcome to do that and just run an extension off of that line. Over here is going to be your water heater. This is going to be a gas electric water heater. Okay, so you're going to have your pressure release valve here. So it comes winterized from us. Right down here, you're going to have the electric side. Inside is going to be the gas switch. Okay, so what you're going to want to do when you open it up for the first time in the season after it's been winterized, you're going to go ahead and pull this so it's sticking straight out. What that's going to allow it to do is once it's filling up, if you hook the city water up to it, or if you're running off your fresh, it's going to allow that air to release so it fills your water heater, because you don't want to light it until it's full. So once water starts squirting out of here, shut that, then you can go ahead and fire it up, or bottom left switch is the electric side. All right, so you can see over here you got your slide out for your bedroom. You're gonna have a living room slide over here, so you can see that there. Then over here you're gonna see all your lines for your sewer running right down there, and everything is gonna be labeled for you, so it kind of tells you, just to kind of a quick rule of thumb here, if it has a gray handle, it's gonna be sinks or shower. If it has a black handle, it's gonna be your toilet, okay? So basically how you want to do that, again, it's a little bit different with destination coaches. So most likely you're going to have a hard sewer line ran, like in PVC or something like that. If that is the case, in is closed, out is open. And again, always leave the kind of the black closed and open it as you go. That way those gases aren't coming up through. And then you can do the same thing with the gray if you would like, or you can just leave them open all the time. It's kind of a preference thing. But again, black is toilet, gray, sinks and shower. Over here is going to be your city water connection. Always recommend using a water pressure regulator, which is going to reduce the PSI down to about 45. Outside shower, hot and cold. You are going to have your power cord. This will come with the coach. And you can see right on the top there's a little blue light. Sometimes we get people saying, well, hey, I'm not getting any power, blah, blah, blah. They think it's something inside the coach. Make sure that light's on, because if we're not getting any power to pull, we're not going to have any power here. Kind of eliminates, makes it a quicker thing to fix. This right here is just going to be the exhaust for the furnace. So if you're ever wondering, hey, is my furnace blowing any heat? Just come out here, put your hand close to that. It'll be hot immediately. Sometimes the ductwork on the inside takes a little bit to warm up, so it takes a little bit of extra time. Come around here to the back side, you're going to see you have stabilizer jacks all the way on the four corners of the coach. You just crank those down. They're not for leveling, they're not for lifting weight off the coach, just for firming it up. And on a big coach like this, I would recommend probably bracing it in front and behind the axles as well with some cinder blocks. Right back here, you're gonna have cable and satellite hookup. Again, it's all labeled for you, cable on the left, satellite on the right. Screw in the coax just like it at your house. It is prepped for a backup camera if you'd like to add one of those. Again, probably not going to be pulling it too terribly much, so again, that's up to you though. What we'll do is we'll run in here and we'll check out the inside. Triple entry step on both sides. All right, so come in here to the inside. You can see it has a nice big residential refrigerator, has the freezer on top, refrigerator on the bottom. This is going to be just like your refrigerator at home. It is strapped in for transit purposes, that way stuff isn't flying out. It has the nice little bar here, nice little ledge here. You're going to see here, plenty of storage, nice big pantry with 3 shelves in there, some storage spots at the bottom, so very beautiful at a piece of property or at the permanent campground. More storage all the way around. Has the opposing sofas here. You can see that those will both make into beds. Then you're going to have the nice recliners there as well. So you're going to have your entertainment system here, fireplace. Now that will produce some BTUs. So obviously you can have it on just for looks. You can make it produce heat. It will take the chill out of the air on a day that it was like 50 or 60 degrees. Obviously it's not going to heat up a whole 40-foot coach with just that. So you have to run your regular furnace. As far as the regular furnace is ducted through the floor, the AC is going to be ducted throughout the ceiling, okay? And I'll show you the thermostat for that. You're going to have your stereo down here. It's got a bracket for a nice big television here. And up here, you're going to see that little green light right there. So if you're running just off your TV antenna, that's just a booster, help amplify, give you a little better signal. You got the nice pull down shades here, so just pull down those. You can release them, set them wherever you would like. All LED lighting throughout the coach. Again, storage everywhere. You can see that. And the nice thing about these lights is, if there isn't a switch, there's a little button right in the center of the light itself to turn it on and off. So right up here in the kitchen area, you're going to see it's got a nice residential range. First thing you're going to want to do once you kind of get it set up, turn your propane bottles on, you're going to come here to your stove, and what you're going to do is light that cooktop, let it burn for about, I don't know, 30 seconds or so. Just make sure your exhaust fan's on. Okay, what that's going to do is it's going to purge the gas line. So it's going to get the air pockets out of the lines, and then when you go to fire the water heater on gas, or if you want to run the stove, what have you, it's going to function properly, okay? Microwave, pretty self-explanatory there. Nice big countertop area here. Nice big 1-basin stainless steel sink with the residential pull-out faucet. You can see that. You have an LP detector right down here. It's going to let you know. It's going to go crazy if you have any gas leaks or anything like that. Come right around here in the hallway. Right down here at the foot, you're going to have your breaker and fuse panel. Breakers are going to be 110, fuses are going to be 12 volt. You're going to have your ceiling fan switch here. So this will operate the ceiling fan in the living area. You can see that that's moving there. And you can adjust the speeds and which way the blades are turning right here from this control panel. Okay, now right here you're going to see you do have your monitor panel. Okay, so this big panel right here is going to basically operate everything in the coach for you. Awning lights, you can see those again, those LED lights that we talked about earlier. Interior lights, you can see that. Porch lights, all the bells and whistles are going to be right here. Okay, now right up here you're going to have the water pump. So if you're running off your fresh tank, So if they don't have water hookup where you're camping, the one on the door side of the coach here, you're going to turn this pump on. It is an on-demand pump, so it'll actually shut off as it feels needed. Once the pressure raises, it shuts the pump off. Once you turn the faucet on, the pump kicks on. This right here, again, water heater is going to be gas, electric's on the bottom left, and this over here is your monitor panel. Okay, so you can see this will let you know, hey, where are my tanks at? So if you do want to keep the black valve closed, then you can come over here. Oh, black's 2/3, might want to go out and pull it, what have you, okay? Now your battery is going to trickle charge anytime you're hooked into power there. As far as the awning, okay? So if you want to run the awning in, just hold it down to retract, and you can see out there the awning will be coming in. You'll hear it hit the side of the camper, and that's when you stop. Now you can run it in just partial way if it's a little bit windier outside, or if it's really pouring down rain and you want to bring it in, that way it's not on the other side of your camper, you can do that as well. Now when you run it out, you only want to run it out until you actually see the tube on the awning. That way you don't overextend it, okay? Slide outs for all three of your slides are right here. Now, hear that noise? You're going to hear that clutch out once the slide's all the way out and all the way in. So it's perfectly fine. So when you run it all the way out, you'll hear that noise. All the slide outs will make that noise. You didn't break anything. It's perfectly normal. So you know exactly where you're at. All right, so we'll take a look at the thermostat here just real quick. Pretty self-explanatory, works just like the one at your house, okay? So what you do is you come over, turn it on heat, set the temperature, auto, and that works off the temperature. If you just want it running all the way, just turn it on, okay? Same way with the AC, fan brings outside air in, set the temperature, walk away. You're good to go. Now this coach does have 2 air conditioners. That thermostat right there is going to operate the air conditioner and obviously the heat in there. This one is going to be a non-ducted unit, which all the switches are right here. So you just go fan, low, cool, and that's going to operate just in this room, and it shoots it out right here and right here. The other one's ducted throughout the coach, okay? So you can see over here, you're going to have a nice big slide out, and you also have windows at both sides, so at the head of the and at the foot of the bed, okay? You're also going to have USB and 110. If you do want to put a TV in your bedroom, you can either set it here or you can put the plate right there where it's backed. Hookups right there. Again, your second entry there. And then right in here, you're going to have your washer dryer. So these are front loaders, just like you would put in your house, just a tad bit smaller, but work awesome. That is all set up for you. And again, on your monitor panel, just make sure, because obviously when you're washing clothes, it puts a lot of water out. Just make sure that valve's open, or keep an eye on your levels. Plenty of storage here as well with mirrors. We'll take a look in the bathroom, and so you're going to see here in the main bathroom, you're going to have a seat in the shower, nice glass shower doors. You just want to make sure, if you ever do pull it, just make sure that that's latched. If not, it'll vibrate and then it'll be glass everywhere. It'll be shattered. Okay, foot flush toilet. Okay, so it is winterized right now, so I'm not going to actually flush it, because anytime you winterize it, you want to put a little antifreeze in there. Keeps that black, which is a rubber seal, nice and pliable for you. But if you push on that foot flush and you go down about a, I don't know, ½ inch to an inch, what that's going to do is it's going to release water out of here. You always want to leave a little bit of water in the bowl, and then if you push all the way down, it'll completely flush it. Then you're going to have a fan up here. Just crank this to raise it. And then there's a little button right here on this side to where you can see that actually turns it on. Then there's also a wall switch as well. So you can see, turn that on and off for you, as well as the light. Now there are GFIs, one here, one in the kitchen, and they're all synced together throughout the whole coach. So if you have an outlet that's not working somewhere, check and make sure that that GFI isn't tripped. But if you guys have any questions, once you get the coach, any questions for us at all, don't hesitate to give us a call, 937-843-9000.